There's probably going to be a lot of debate over this, and there was a lot of debate in my mind as well as I sat down to pick the one-day international team of the year. The one thing I told myself was that nobody will play out of position. It's very easy to say, you know what, Joe Root has to be in the side, but he can't be 3 or 4. Let's bat him down somewhere else, or let's ask him to open the batting. No, I've said that people will bat largely in the positions in which they have achieved their performances in the year. So that's the one given. And you'll realize that as we go along that there's a little liberty I've taken when we go along. So right, what about the openers? I don't think you can look too much beyond Rohit Sharma as your first opener. He's had a magnificent year. And then it came down to the second opener. Do we look at Hashim Amla, who's turned up some fantastic numbers, or do we look at Shikhar Dhawan? And as I looked down the batting order, I was looking at, there wasn't a left-hander coming in till number 6. And so I thought, we'd go in with Shikhar Dhawan at the top because the numbers are fantastic. Rohit Sharma is averaging 71.83, strike rate of 99. Average slightly lower for Shikhar Dhawan, 48, but a strike rate of 101. When he gets going, then it's almost impossible to stop Shikhar Dhawan. He's a match winner, he runs away with the game. So I've gone in with Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan as the openers, and you might think that I'm being very sort of happy with my own team, very proud of my own country, loyal to my own country. But how can you have anybody other than Virat Kohli at number 3? I promise you he's redefining limited overs cricket batting. He's just scoring century after century, and what a year he's had. 1,460 runs, average of 76, strike rate of 99, 600s, 750s. Virat Kohli has to be number 3. So 1, 2, 3 are India. And that's understandable because India have just been this wonderful juggernaut at the top of the order. Then what about number 4? There's so many contenders. Babar Azam of Pakistan scored so many runs, but he scored them at a strike rate of 79. Maybe it was because Pakistan is not such a great batting side. Faf du Plessis had a wonderful year. But what about AB de Villiers? He came back to play limited overs cricket and he's striking and striking, and he was just having fun, literally. AB de Villiers scored at an average of 59.46 and a strike rate of 116.94. Now normally your number 4 is the steadying influence. Number 4s tend to have strike rates of 80, 85. They're readying the side for the last 20 overs and the big hitters come in. But if you have a number 4 who's striking at 115 plus, then what do? That brings me to number 5. You need a wicketkeeper and a bowler in your top 6 to have a good limited overs side. And because I've got AB de Villiers up at 4 and a big hitter down at number 6 as well, I've picked MS Dhoni at number 5. You'd be very tempted to play Quinton de Kock, who's had a fantastic year, but all his runs have come at the top of the order. If Quinton de Kock's not batting in the top 3, then you don't know how good he is down the order. And MS Dhoni averaged 60. Strike rate might be a little lower, but he averaged 60. He's got AB de Villiers on one side, he's got Ben Stokes on the other side. So that is why I thought that Dhoni will just provide the body, the substance to the innings, and that brings me to Ben Stokes batting at number 6. Average of 61.6 for somebody who's also going to give me 5 or 6 overs every game. You cannot really look beyond Ben Stokes. So there's my top 6. It's got 4 Indians in it, but India's just been such a magnificent batting side. Then AB de Villiers and Ben Stokes. Now I'm going to go with the bowling. I'm leaving number 7 blank for a specific reason. I'm looking at 8, 9, 10 and 11, Rashid Khan. It is absolutely impossible to look at a wrist spinner beyond Rashid Khan. Now I looked at the top 8 bowlers, slow bowlers. 6 out of those 8 were wrist spinners, and that's telling you a story. Imran Tahir was magnificent, so was Yajwendra Chahal, Kuldeep Yadav was good, Adil Rashid produced some good numbers for England, but Rashid Khan, just look at those numbers. 16 matches, 43 wickets at an average of 10.44, economy rate 3.80. It doesn't matter what level you're playing at. Rashid Khan was just fantastic, so he comes in at number 8. That brings me to the fast bowlers, and I didn't realize what a good year Liam Plunkett had. 18 matches, 36 wickets. That's 2 wickets a game. Normally, if you've taken 1.5 wickets a game, we think you've had a really good year. The numbers are very good. Strike rate of 23.9, average of 22.47. Economy rate's a little high, but he's played a lot of his cricket in England where they were just hitting the ball freely. So Plunkett is my number 9 because he can also go in and tonk the ball. That leaves me with 2 bowlers to finish. It's tough to look beyond Jasprit Bumrah. because he's just grown and grown and grown. I was talking to Simon Dool a little earlier and he said he just rates Jasprit Bumrah, and that's a good comment for me. Everywhere I go, I talk to the best players in the world and they're all talking about Bumrah. 23 matches, 39 wickets, economy rate 5.13, bowling the tough overs, he's giving you a strike rate of 30.6. So Bumrah had to be in. And then a bowler who just made 2017 his own. I hadn't seen a lot of him till I went to the Champions Trophy. And I looked at Hassan Ali and I said, wow, this Pakistan production line is just in top gear all over again. Because we were looking at Wahab Riaz, we were looking at Mohammad Amir, Irfan couldn't be around, there was Ruman Rais, and all of a sudden there comes Hassan Ali, who is bustling along, lots of energy, decent pace. And numbers, 18 matches, 45 wickets. Those are numbers from another planet, believe me. 18 matches, 45 wickets, strike rate of 20, average of 17. So it's very easy to have Hassan Ali as your last fast bowler, which leaves me with number 7. Your number 7 has to bat and has to give you 5 or 6 overs, very, very safe. One of the bowlers has a bad day, he should go on and give you 7 or 8 overs. I looked at Shoaib Malik actually. He's had a really good year, but I don't see Shoaib Malik giving me too many overs. Hardik Pandya has had a very good year, but you've got Ben Stokes in the side. Hardik Pandya, then you don't have a frontline third seamer in the side, because then you want a second spinner as well if you're playing Hardik Pandya. So with a heavy heart, I said no to Hardik Pandya. That left me with 2. I wanted a spinner who could bat. Moeen Ali or Shakib Al Hasan. Moeen Ali averages 45, but he only had 6 wickets. Shakib Al Hasan, proper frontline batsman. I see him in T20, he goes and tonks, and on a good day he'll give you 7, 8, maybe 10 overs. It came down to pedigree for me eventually. There's not much to choose between the two, and on pedigree I think there's no looking beyond Shakib Al Hasan. So my number 7 therefore is Shakib Al Hasan. He gives me a left-handed option. He's a proper batsman, and so he just tipped Moeen Ali at the post. So here's my ODI team then. It's been a longish vlog, I know, but I wanted to explain it fully. So here's my ODI team. Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan, Virat Kohli, 3 Indians at the top of the order. AB de Villiers, MS Dhoni and Ben Stokes. Then Shakib Al Hasan, I think I've got a fabulous top 7, which also gives me 12 or 13 overs. And then Rashid Khan, Jasprit Bumrah, Liam Plunkett and Hassan Ali. We've done quite a few videos on this channel now, and I've been told that you quite enjoy them. So if you really do, why don't you like, why don't you share, why don't you leave a comment behind, and do subscribe to the channel.